Hey, this is Berto from Sling Paint Gaming. I'm running a little solo tonight because I'm going to be going over my battle reports from the Stele Open 2016. That's right, this is the first round of the Stele Open 2016 100-point X-Wing match. I kind of basically just want to go over what I've seen. I wasn't able to take some video, but I was able to take pictures as much as I can between the rounds, and I basically just kind of want to talk about what I did, what was my strategy. And I'm going to go do this for every the 6 rounds that I faced, and I'm going to basically tell you if I won or lost and how did I end up overall. Like I said, it was pretty cool. I really loved the experience that we had. So let me just go right into this here. Let me see if I can get this all functioning. Let me switch over. All right, so what I'm going to basically do here, I'm going to make this bigger, and I'm going to kind of look at here. So I was running the BabyBlue squad, so 4 T70s with R2 Astromech and integrated Astromech, and I was facing basically a Decimator, okay, with the commander on it, Lone Wolf, engine upgrade, Emperor Palpatine, and Ysanne Isard, and also Seismic Charge, and he actually hit me with that. He was also running the Inquisitor with Push the Limit, homing missiles, the TIE V1 card, and Autothrusters. So that was the list I was facing, was basically a Deci Inquisitor combo. Now, let me see here. I'm trying to scroll through the pictures. Okay, let's see here. So this was the setup. So this is where we were waiting for the round to start. We planned out our ships. We put out the asteroids. And I'm going to kind of basically just blow this up. You can see my BabyBlues in the left-hand corner. And the guy's name was Steven. He was a real great guy. He was actually really nice. He was running the Decimator and running the Inquisitor, and you can see how the Decimator was facing the opposite direction of the BabyBlue squad. I mean, I'm in the left-hand corner, and he's at the Decimator. My first thought was like, oh, crap, I got to go fly through rocks and debris, and I'm going to try to stay in formation as much as I possible, because that's where the strength of my list is formation. I've taken down Decimators before in a tournament with this list. It takes a lot of work, but my list is hard-hitting, especially with 3 dice natively, and then range 1, 4 dice, and also if you get the focus, it helps with some dice or target lock dice modifications. But when I saw that, when he was putting the Inquisitor down in the center, I'm like, oh, he's putting it in the center. Oh, I like that. That's good for me. But when I saw he was facing it the other way, I was like, oh, crap, here we go. And he's got the Inquisitor all the way at the end of the board. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to do some work here. The first thing I did was, you don't see it here, but you can see underneath his arm, his left arm there, is where he, I basically did a 4 forward, did a 1 boost over, and then I think whatever I recall, I did either a 2 bank to get all my ships over, and I still was in formation, and you can see the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor was starting to come in and doing some work, right? I couldn't really get that much shots on the Inquisitor. I think I got 1 shot off on the Inquisitor, but I think it blocked it totally. But you can see the Decimator coming down. So I'm thinking in my head, he's got to wrap around that rock over there, or he's going to come straight down. He's probably going to do like a 3 bank or a 3 straight. And I'm sitting there watching this, and then he comes in, he does the 3 bank, and that's when basically, I didn't get the picture before this round, but that's when he basically comes in and he starts right before that rock. And basically, we start tossing a lot of dice at each other. And you can see that I still have pretty much all 4 of my ships. One of my ships is like behind the Decimator on the right-hand side. I'm doing K-turns, flipping around, going back and forth, and basically trying to get as many shots as I can on this Decimator. This Decimator would not go down easy. It was 60-minute rounds. I kept on chipping away at this Decimator, chipping away. And it was quite frustrating because I usually, like, if I get a Decimator close, I can decimate it, and ironic, and take it out. But it was still difficult. The last round, there was actually 1 or 2 things. He forgot to do his evade token that he gets I think the start of the combat phase. I forget which card that gives him to that. Was it Lone Wolf? No. I forget which one it was exactly. But he forgot to keep on doing the evade token that he gets starting a combat round. So that helped me get some shots in. And then I did let him get, I done a couple rounds, 1 or 2 rounds, I think it was 1 round or 1 or 2 rounds, that I let him have the evade token, but I'm like, I play a simple list so I don't forget things. I said, I'll let you be nice. I'll let you remember a couple times here. But I said, after a couple times, if you ask me, I'm going to say no. It is a tournament, So I tried to be nice, but he did forget a couple times. But it came down to the last round, and this was the last round. And you can see I rolled three hits, wiped his Decimator off the board. He basically took 2 of my ships, and you can see that. On the ship on the left here, right here, is actually the Inquisitor, and I still had 2 BabyBlues. So he got 50 points, and I think I got 64 points was the actual overall tournament, the overall points. So it was not a modified win. It was an actual regular win. Modified wins are 12 points, so it's only 3 points for the win instead of 5 points for the win. So I got the win. He did get 50 points. So that I went into the first round, got the win. But like if he had the evade tokens, and if he had the if you remember the evade tokens, I probably wouldn't have won this because I got a couple good shots in when he forgot the evade token, and I was able to take a lot of damage from the hull. And that was my prize. I said, I'm not going to go for the Inquisitor. I'm not going to chase the Inquisitor around. I'm going to take down that big beefy ship. I may lose 1 or 2 ships in the process. And I figured if I get 2 ships, I know I'm going to get the win. Sacrifice 2 ships. I did some great blocks here and there. I did block. Lose a couple actions. And I think it was right here. And you could see my ship right in front of him. I was able to plant my ship right in front of him. And you can see the Inquisitor on top there is facing the other direction. Because I planted my ship in that point. He had to either get out of my arc, barrel out of my arc, so he started boosting her back around. But I blocked him, which basically lost all his actions. And you can see T70, 2 T70s on the bottom there facing right, one of them range 1, right the Decimator. The only problem, though, is I was stressed out. I couldn't get the focus or target lock to help modify, but I still was able to chisel away at that Decimator. But, oh, actually, let me show you. I should actually show you this. So let me show you this again here. All right. So right there, you can see my 2 ships on the bottom there facing the Decimator. That's the block that I did. And you can see the Inquisitor on top going away. That was a crucial, I think, moment for me was to get that block and get for him to lose his actions and basically for me to capitalize on it. But he did, like I said, take 2 ships of mine out. But that was round 1. That was my, like I said, simple battle report. But it was like I said, it was definitely a tough match for me. It was my first big tournament. Usually I play a lot of local store tournaments, maybe 15, 20 guys, 7 guys, depending on how those tournaments are. So it was an eye-opening experience for me. Like I said, I did play the Decimator before, but he lined it up really good. He had to make me work for that Decimator, and he had good placement on the asteroids, and so I had to work my formation through the rocks, which I did. I was successful at it. But it came down to the last round when they called time. You finish out your round, and I rolled those 3 hits. I only needed 1, if I recall, but that finished the Decimator. But like I said, it was a great round. I got the win, so I was feeling good. All right. So I'm going to do another video of the second round. I wanted to keep these separate so you guys can see the different lists and what I faced. But this was the first round. If you guys have your comments or tweaks, tweaks on how I would have played against this, or how would I fly it, or against this Decimator list, what you would have done if you were the Decimator in the Ghost list, let us know. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, it was a great. You can see the awesome mat. It was a great match for the first match for me. It was fun. All right. Like our video, share it, all that fun stuff. Check it out on Facebook. All the stuff is right here below. And thanks, guys. Bye.